Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to make this video because this is something that happened to me yesterday, in fact. A lot of the people that I've actually come into contact with while I've been doing my anxiety channel is other sufferers of anxiety. And one of the most common symptoms I've found is people who are convinced they have an illness. This is called health anxiety, when you're overly sensitized to everything that's going on in your body and you're over, and it's hypochondria really, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. We tend to, if we have a symptom, look at the worst thing it possibly could be and focus on that. And going online and looking up symptoms and all that is the worst thing you can do, and we all do it, we all fall for it. It's one of the worst mistakes you can make. And that's something I don't do that often anymore. Like, I do look up cures for anxiety, but I don't look up health issues and stuff anymore. But sometimes it's unavoidable. For example, I'm going to tell you what happened to me yesterday. So I was just reading the news yesterday, and the actual headline of the news was about a famous actress here in the UK. Well, I say famous, she used to be quite famous. I think she's around 40 years old, something around that. She's apparently a non-smoker and a vegetarian, but she's just found out that she has lung cancer. So I read the article. In the article, it actually had a quote that this actress had done a little interview with the newspaper about, and it stated that a few weeks ago she was feeling absolutely fine. She was active, everything was going good. And then gradually over the weeks she started getting these symptoms. And then when I read the symptoms, it is pretty much exactly the same symptoms I have. She started getting breathless all the time, even doing light activity. She started feeling lightheaded. She started getting lethargic. And she said after these symptoms, a couple of weeks later, she started getting the bloated belly, like she looked pregnant. And I was like, oh my god, they're all the same things I've got. I might have lung cancer. And then I've done the stupidest thing I can do, which is start looking up lung cancer symptoms and all that, and convincing myself that I've got lung cancer. I had a chest x-ray, maybe, let's think how long ago now that I was in China. Maybe about 5 months ago. I had so many tests, I've already talked about this. Brain MRI, chest x-rays, ultrasound on the stomach. I'd x-rays taken 3 times actually. Everything came back perfectly fine. But then I started reading about lung cancer and that it's not always detected by x-rays, and that you need a CT scan and all that to really look deeper into the lungs and see if there's any tumours and stuff. And then I started convincing myself that I've got lung cancer. In my brain, I was really convinced I had lung cancer. I was like, I really do, I've got lung cancer. I've got lung cancer. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with me. I've got lung cancer. I've got all the signs, it's there. I need to go and get this checked, and you know. And then I woke up this morning and I started to think to myself, like, you don't have lung cancer. You've got anxiety symptoms. These are all the symptoms of anxiety. If I had lung cancer, I wouldn't have had these symptoms for so long without them getting worse, rapidly worse. And not only that, but sometimes I feel fine. Now, I don't think if I had lung cancer, some days I would feel perfect and other days I wouldn't. I don't really think it works like that. I think if you've got lung cancer, you're probably just going to have a steady decline downhill. Like, if you're not getting any treatment for it or anything, you're gradually going to get worse. Like this actress, for example, she had all these symptoms, and she had the bloatedness. And then a couple of weeks after that, she actually just passed out and was in the ER. And that's how they found out she had it. Now, I think if I had lung cancer, I would have had something similar. I would have had a drastic downturn in health, and I would have ended up feeling it, or I would have been in hospital or something like that. I mean, I know cancer can live in the body for a long time before it starts showing bad symptoms, but when you put all them things together, I don't have cancer. This is anxiety. This is anxiety. I've got anxiety symptoms. And this is the problem with anxiety symptoms, is they replicate so many other conditions. Brain tumours, lung cancer, MS, there's so many I can go on. The list goes on and on and on. And that's why people start looking up anxiety symptoms and they find all these other conditions and they convince themselves that they've got that. And I think one of the problems is the cancer stories in the media are so frequent that it kind of plants the seed in your head, like cancer's so common that I'm going to get it, I'm going to have it. It's like cancer scaremongering. That's what I feel it is. And it actually works as well. Like, the first thing I've done today actually is delete that news website. I've made a decision, I'm not going to read any stuff like that anymore, because at the end of the day, it doesn't do me any good. I'm going to try not to think about cancer. I'm going to try not to think about illnesses that I might have and this, that and the other. I'm going to just keep telling myself I've got anxiety and that's how I'm going to recover. I'm not going to ever recover from health anxiety if I keep thinking there's something wrong with me, because that just escalates the problem so much worse. And you know, ever since I started thinking I've got lung cancer, my anxiety symptoms have went through the roof. Another example about how this is anxiety. Because when I started worrying about if it is cancer, I started feeling so much worse. You know, because my anxiety was elevated because of these negative thoughts. And the stupid thing is, like, when people come to my channel and say, I've got these symptoms, I want an MRI, and I go, Dad, you don't need an MRI. Look, if you feel fine most of the time, you have these headaches and all that, it's just anxiety headaches, don't worry. And then here I am actually convincing myself I've got lung cancer. Yeah, so it does creep up on you sometimes like that. I mean, this is what we have, health anxiety, I guess. It's just, it started off with me with normal anxiety, then I started freaking out in case there's something worse wrong with me, and then I've just developed this health anxiety where I'm constantly worried in case I've got an illness or some this, that and the other. And sorry, as I speak there, I just had a really bad head rush. So, you know, today, because I've had all these negative thoughts and stuff like that and been thinking I've got lung cancer, I thought, right, well, today I'm going to actually work out as much as I possibly can and show myself that my body works properly. Like, I don't have lung cancer. It is still functioning properly, and the breathlessness is not caused by a lung problem, but anxiety. So I ran up and down, went for a jog, just around, like, not far, you know, just back and forth. Done some pull-ups, done my rowing machine. No problems with my breathing. Well, obviously you get out of breath when you're exercising, but not, like, to the extent you would if you had lung cancer. So, yeah, it just proved to myself that really I don't have anything physically wrong. And to the people out there who are also going through this and you're sort of convincing yourself that you've got different illnesses, of course we'll have to be safe, and you know, if some symptoms are particularly bad and they're persistent, do get them checked out, obviously, but don't obsess over symptoms and think it's something when you know deep down it's really anxiety. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't look up symptoms on the internet and all that stuff, because it's the worst thing you can do. Keep reminding yourself that you're actually suffering from anxiety and not something more serious. I'm sure a lot of people out there can associate with what I'm saying here. Yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to get that out there. So thanks for watching, guys, and peace out. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.